What's up everybody? This is Colombian Love 41 and I'm bringing you another unboxing video for the Marvel Collector's Corps for June 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming. There's the outside of the box. The patch, the pin, comic book, Spectacular Spider-Man #1, production card, t-shirt, the 2 mystery minis. I got Spider-Man and Shocker. Spider-Man with the webbing wings, which is what I'm going to call it now. And then here's the artwork. The patch from this box is of the Vulture from the movie with the flight helmet and the kind of wings, almost makes it look like a aviator patch. And then the pin is of the Spidey hologram that comes out of his web shooter. Well, that's what it's based on according to the production card. I like them both, but I really like this patch. I don't know if it's the coloring and the detail, or I really just like the way that they're doing this character, but I dig it. I think it's really cool, and it's nice. It's a very nice patch. The pin is also very nice. The one thing I do really like about it is that it's simple, and it's something that if you're a Spider-Man fan, you definitely understand what this is. It's basically like his spider signal, and they used it at the end of Captain America's Civil War when they had the post-credits scene with Spider-Man in his room. As far as the comic book goes, I'm actually very surprised at what they did here. This is Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man with the variant cover with Spider-Man and the Vulture on it. It's issue #1, but what they did, and I don't know if they've done this with any other issues before, but this is actually, this comic book, this #1 issue, came out the day that I'm recording this. So I got this yesterday, and it was just perfectly timed. A lot of times I believe that they've used older comic books, so they were usually issues that I had or from older comics. Again, I've never checked before, but I thought it was kind of interesting that I saw this on a release list, and this was the book that they included in the box. And doing some checking out, it's the book that came out today. So I think that Marvel and Funko really did something good here, giving you a current issue and something new rather than an older reprint. So I was really happy to get this. The t-shirt included is of Midtown School of Science and Technology. It has the logo for the school. It's a royal blue with yellow kind of art on it. It's a nice t-shirt. It's a little thicker. It's just nice. I mean, I always appreciate when they give you t-shirts. For this box, they're including 2 mystery minis, and it's a choice out of 4. So the 2 that you have here are Spider-Man in his Stark-made suit and Shocker, and the other 2 are the Vulture and Spider-Man in his homemade suit. So I'm guessing what they did was, rather than give you 2 Spider-Man figures, make sure you got a villain and then the hero type of thing. But what we'll do is we'll start with Shocker here. It's a good figure. Looks nice. paint on it's good. The finish on his head. Mystery Minis has been something that they've done well. Mystery Minis has been something that I feel like Funko's done well for a while. I really like a lot of the paint finishes that they use for skin tone and different things like that. The paint's even, so there aren't any like running areas where like you see the yellow or like in his hood. Even the little details on the fist that he has, or the glove, whatever you want to call it. The paint on it's actually really nice. It's not, again, runny or outside of the lines or anything. It looks really good. And then for Spidey, he's kind of in a crouched position, about to thwip some webs, and his other hand is flat for balance, so he does stand up easily without problems. But if you do put him down, you could accidentally knock him over. As far as paint, again, they went with the red plastic material for his face mask. Did the outlines as well, and then he does not have the webbing under his arms, which is fine. But I do like the little stance that he's in. Kind of just makes it look like a little more like an action shot. But I'm a big fan of the Mystery Minis, so I was really happy to get 2 in here, and I think it would be pretty cool to, at some point, be able to check out the other 2 Mystery Minis or even get my hands on them, because I dig them. First up, we have the Funko Pop of Spider-Man with his webbing under his arms that is exclusive to this box. The webbing's been featured obviously in comic books and whatnot, but in this instance in the movie, it's actually shown at least one time that he uses it to glide with, kind of like those, I think they're called like the flying squirrel suits. But the figure is actually very nice. They went ahead and did, at least for his head, the molding in the plastic material is actually the red color rather than painted red. The eyes, as you can see, are nice. It is a bobblehead, so I apologize for it shaking a little much. But the eyes have the outlines that in the movie with this new suit, he can actually show emotion and squinting and things like that, kind of like he does in the comics, rather than just the eyes that don't move or adjust for anything. As you can see on like his wrists, you can see the web shooters, and the webbing under his arms is translucent. The suit is basically the same suit as in Captain America Civil War, but if you look at the back, because of the stance he's in, originally I thought the spider symbol was off center. It might be a little off, but because of the way he's standing and the way the material might be, it actually kind of makes it look like it's being pulled rather than just being completely off center. The only painting that is a little weird would be the webbing under his arms. If you look, it almost has like a sketched look to it, but I think it's more because of what the material is made out of, this translucent plastic, and to kind of give it not necessarily solid lines, to look a little more like netting. Overall, I feel like this is a successful box. I really do like that they included the 2 Mystery Minis. The sculpt of the Funko Pop figure with the webbing under his arms, that's very different than anything that they have out in the stores. I dig the t-shirt. I really like the patch. The pin's very cool. I like that old school spider symbol. It's an old comic book thing, but I think they actually use it in the movie for something else. The web shooter hologram, I think, is what they're actually calling it. And lastly, I really like what they did with the comic book. It's basically the issue that you would get in comic book stores right now with the digital copy inside and just Funko's artwork wrapped around the outside of it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below, or ask me in the written review on highdefninja.com. You can also find my stuff on social media at ColombianLove41, and see you next time.